Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Fashion Photo with Tuned In. I'm tuned in with Talent Lad, Khalifa. Hi, I've missed you. How are you doing?
I'm good. I've missed you too. How are you?
I'm like so excited to be back. You know, this is home. You know, this is just like my happy place. I'm so excited to be back. I'm tuned in with Talent Lad, and yeah. So what are we talking about? What's going on? We've got a lot to catch up. We've been gone for a minute, so
We
like,
have. I mean, I guess just like, for the gang, just so you guys know, I mean, we do have a third member of Tuning with Kind of Lack, Baby Cal.
oh
And
my god.
so we're joined by an extra guest today. They're keeping quiet, they're just observing, but pretty soon they'll be fully involved. But in terms of what we're speaking about today, it is about the things that we would. First of all, we love a good moan. So we're gonna have a good old moan about the things we would love to stop. Look, the things we want to stop seeing in
Yeah,
the music
don't,
industry.
guys, baby brain, you're gonna have to bear with Khalifa.
It's a lot right now. It's a lot. So yeah, the things we don't want to see anymore in the music
Yeah.
industry. We're sick of, tired of, done
Mhm.
with. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I'm ready, girl.
Where did we start? Did we start with what kind of made us think, you know what, we need to record this episode, or do we like leave that kind of example to the end?
That's a good question. I think we should probably just dive right in. Like, why
Let's
are we
dive
here?
right
Why are
in.
we talking about this?
Yeah,
Because recently we've been noticing a little bit of a trend. And I wouldn't when I say recently, I'd probably say over the last couple of years
yeah, for sure.
with artists, trying to be controversial, which is fine, making a statement, breaking away from the mold and going against the grain and all of that. That's cool. But
Yeah,
there's just a particular way that some artists have been doing it that we're just a bit tired of, just a bit sick of. And that was what prompted us to do this episode because it's just getting really, really played out. And
yeah,
that particular thing is just like using either like religious imagery or like making a mockery of religious imagery and just leaning heavily into this whole devil demonic um I don't even want to call it genre, like movement
yeah.
aesthetic.
That's
It's
the word.
yeah, this whole like, oh, I'm the devil, I'm a demon, and Satan fuck me in the ass aesthetic. It's just so tired. And we have several reasons why, but I'll let you kick off, Lakaya.
It's so like we've been talking about this for years, of course. Because like you said, we've got loads of examples, but like
Mhm.
obviously most noticeable most recently. Actually, there was two most recently, but the most recent was Doja Cat. And now I have different. I don't know actually because we haven't fully, and
Mm.
you kept it a bit. So we didn't fully like go into it, but like for this new era that Doja Cat's like emerging into, she says that she wants to like she's not doing any more like singing pop music. She just wants to make a rap album. So like all the songs we've heard three songs from the album so far. We've heard Attention, um, Paint the Town Red, and Demons.
Hmm.
And I didn't watch the Attention music video, so I can't speak on that. But
Okay.
both the Paint the Town Red and the Demons music video, like it's just so heavy, even in the lyrics as well. It's just like so heavy and like I'm a demon and I'm a devil and the Satan and I hate God and all of that just like nonsense. And I I actually want to hear your thoughts on this because I think we've got different opinions. So you talk on Doja Cat and then I'll say what I think.
Okay. Well, I don't think we actually do. I'd say I understand that this is a theme. I think first when I watched the attention video, which does also include a lot of that kind of demonic, satanic imagery, just so you know, I was really impressed by the song. I really liked the video. It was really cool. It didn't overbear the video. The video wasn't about that.
Okay.
And so it was fine. It was like the right amount of it. If there's
Okay.
a certain amount of it that's cool, then it was the right amount. So it was okay. And then I think when Paint the Town Red came out and I watched that video, I was like, okay, I'm seeing the theme here. And I was a little bit disappointed by that theme just because I think we've seen it in the music industry so many times and it's just a bit played out. to give you some wider context, you're probably already aware, but Doja has been in a lot of social disputes with her fans and just with like the general public, like in general. And it's all about, I don't care, I'm breaking the mold and I'm going to do what I want to do. And we've seen
Hmm.
artists go through that throughout their careers where it's like,
Yeah.
fuck what the label says, fuck what my fans say, I'm not going to be dictated by anybody. I personally love when an artist does that.
Hmm.
Just for themselves, it just seems like the music that comes out of that period is just so free and so authentic. And so I'm not mad at where Doja is in her life as an artist or as a person, but I just find it so just tired and played out that it's like, okay, in order to show you that I really don't give a fuck, let me just like throw up all
Yeah.
these religious symbols and like completely disrespect people's beliefs and whatever in order to show you how really not giving a fuck I am. And it's that part for me.
See, this is where I disagree though, because you said it, it's a theme. Because a lot of the examples I know that we're gonna like use, this is an ongoing theme. So this is obviously, and that's what we love. It's the kind of like criteria for like an album rollout for like an era. We need a theme. We love a moment. And
Mm.
like, if you said it was in the first video up into the third one, I feel like this is where Doja Cat is in her life. Like this, whether it's whether I agree with it or not. Like she's in like a satanic, demonic like mode, and I'm glad that like we're seeing it across the board. It doesn't feel like, oh, I'm just gonna do this just to shock people. That I don't feel like that from Doja Cat.
See, I definitely do. I definitely think it is that. And I don't mind your new album having a theme. I don't even mind your new album having a dark theme because why not?
Yeah.
It's just more the specific things that you know are going to trigger people, especially people who follow Christianity. It's the attempt to offend and upset and cause alarm amongst a certain group of people. I don't like that. I don't like it
But
amongst
do
any
you?
group.
I'm not any of the videos I've seen from Doja Cat. I don't feel like that's the intention. I really feel like that's she probably is a like Satan worshiper, but she probably is that girl. Like she's so twisted anyway that I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh, it's just Doja Cat
twisted.
being
Yeah,
being a
and
weirdo.
creative and all of those things definitely, but like I don't believe it. I don't believe and maybe that's just maybe she is in that her demonic like I'm worshiping Satan era. But maybe because of the way she's doing it, it just doesn't feel believable. Because I've seen this. I've seen when artists go down the same route and they have like conflict with their label, with whoever, and it's like, right,
Hmm.
so devil horns. And it's like you're just doing that, like
Yeah.
it's giving that, it's not giving like, no, I really genuinely do believe in the devil. It's giving,
Okay.
I'm just being rebellious and controversial. And again, controversy is fine, rebellion is fine. It's not even the imagery that I'm like personally offended by because I'm not religious. I do whatever you want to do. It's the fact that it's so played out. I just think she's much more creative, much more intelligent, much more quirky and interesting than this same tired theme that we've seen with loads of artists, which we'll get into in a bit. It's that's just boring to me. I don't even hate it in terms of like you shouldn't do this and no,
Yeah.
actually, you should worship Jesus. It's not that. That's not the place I'm
The
coming from.
genocide. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not coming from that place. I'm just coming from like, I just don't want to see this anymore. It just really bores me. And I do think it is a bit childish to just try and rile people up with something that you know they hold very dear. Because if we were taking imagery or I don't know, ideas from Islam, for example, and like making a mockery of that, it would be serious. If we were taking imagery from I don't know, Native Americans, for example, and trying to make a mockery of them, it would be serious. So, like, just because Christianity is a massive group doesn't mean that their beliefs are any less deserve any less respect or
Yeah.
sanctity. And so I don't appreciate when people do that to try and rile up or offend or upset any type of group, no matter how big or small.
Like it's this is like it is number one thing on the like stop doing list. It's just so guys, whether you really believe it or not, it's just boring. It's so boring. Okay, the devil's in your video, you're red. It's given Halloween actually at this point. It's just like okay, and but the thing with Doja Cat, she's done it in such a interesting way
Mm.
and in a way that I believe that this is the theme that she wants to go for in terms of like it being a theme. Not it
Mm.
doesn't like I know you feel like it is kind of shock for shock value, but I feel like no, it's more of a theme. Especially when like you've the lyrics incorporated. It's not just the music video, it's not just the visual, it's the lyrics as well. Like they're
Mm.
both, working together. So that's why I don't know if I would say I've given her a pass, but I'm not as annoyed as I'm not as annoyed of Doja Cat doing it as some of your other friends that have just
Mm.
like done a crap performance where they haven't given anything. And like I know, like for example, I think Doja's performing at the VMAs today, actually, and I
Oh,
know that she's going to give. Like she's not just going to stand there and put a stupid hat on and just like no, she's going to give, and you're going to be like, oh, she actually does worship the devil. Like, you're going to think that. So it's boring. It's absolutely boring. Another example, like not long ago, Sam Smith with Kim Petras. They both did their song Unholy.
mhm.
That was a big song, but
Ah, such is boring.
now this is where you can see literally the meeting in the boardroom. You can see, okay, right, Sam wants to like edge it up.
Yes.
Sam wants to edge it up, right? No, they don't want to sing about like love songs anymore. They want to edge it up. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go Wilco's. We're gonna get that devil hat.
Yeah. We got party shop.
Yeah, and that is so tired, so tired. And I know the song's called Unholy, um, but the music video could have been so much more interesting. The performances that they did could have been so much better. It was just so boring, predictable, lazy, lame. Thumbs down, like, come on.
Completely. And like you said, shock for shock value. I
Yeah,
definitely got that from this. It was just like Sam is clearly in a new era of their life, their
yeah,
music, their sexuality, and everything, which
yeah.
is fine. Like evolve and grow and change as an artist is
Love
cool, but
that.
just like if your pathway to do that is by offending and disrespecting another group, I just find that really, really lame. Just you're a grown adult and you're an artist. Like,
Yeah.
just there's so many other ways to express yourself. And like I said, if say a straight person who was also evolving and like found God and was like, no, I'm really like I'm a devout Christian now, and this is like my part of my career journey and my personal journey, and so I'm absolutely going to make a music video that bashes and just makes a whole mockery out of gay people. It just wouldn't be cool. It just wouldn't
It
be
wouldn't.
fun. Nobody would engage in that. It's not going to
Yeah.
make your music video any better just because you're making fun of the little guys or whatever. And it's just that's what I get from this video, which is like, well, if you don't like it, then you're just a turf, or if you don't like it, then you're just homophobic. And it's like, well, no. They're like these people who do believe in these religions, like hold it
Yeah.
very dear. It's very important to them, just as much as your sexuality and your self expression is to you. And they have the right to be offended and be disgusted. And even outside of that, let's even take the religious imagery out. Let's remove the devil horns and the blood and the whatever. You are hideously showing every inch of your asshole on like
Yeah.
live performances, and
Mhm.
it's just really distasteful
Yeah,
because
guys,
I
please.
love give me sexy, give me I'm so comfortable in my skin, show skin, that's fine. But it's just being done in a very distasteful way, and it is black and white. I know that yeah, there's no rules, and obviously everybody. No, there are rules, and
And
you
there's a kind of like criteria.
there's
Period.
rules, there's a criteria, there's a Cadillac criteria. There absolutely are rules and there are boundaries. Ultimately, we live in a society where, like, there is a certain level you can go to before things become disgusting. And
Yeah.
Sam has jumped, galloped, backflipped, cartwheeled over that line. And again, it's just like it's just for controversy's sake. It doesn't
Yeah.
add to your music or it doesn't give anything.
Like that's please, please. I like we know that the guys watch this watch this podcast, we know you have to because we're so. How are we in 2023 and this is still a thing that people are doing? Like, come on, do something else. Do something else,
Yeah.
please.
There are more
I
interesting ways to be controversial and to be
Yeah,
expressive and to grow and to be gay, to be non-binary, to be queer. Like there's more things to it. And I even think it's like a bit of a shame to pigeonhole queerness into like a very demonic box,
yeah,
especially when like so many queer people have been trying to escape that
hmm
stigma. Actually, no, we're actually not horrible people who worship the devil. We're just normal people who get on with our
yeah.
lives. And so I think like the people in the industry have a responsibility to their community to not keep painting this image. And
Because the example before that I was going to mention was Lil Nas X.
yeah,
Now, Lil Nas X, his rollout was so. This was for Coming by Your Name, Montero.
yeah.
The rollout was interesting. It was actually. I'm not like being. I'm not like trying to contradict between Sam and Lil Nas X, but it was fun. Um, but it was still tired. And it was still played out. And it was
Mm.
still boring. In like, no matter how fun it was still like, okay,
And it was
it's
still
come
shock
on.
for shock value. Like
Yeah.
you're doing a music video where you're grinding on Satan himself. It's just like we all know what you're doing here. It's just so transparent. It's just so transparent. Like you're not trying to really teach us about yourself or like let us know who you are or really get us into the song and the meaning of the lyrics. It's not about that. It is just about creating an image that stirs up enough controversy on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatever, so that you
Yeah.
can sell more records and be seen. And that is just crap to me. Like I don't care if you're using the devil to do it or fucking Hello Kitty, just doing things to rile
Yeah.
people up, just to get eyes on your thing and make it a viral moment. No, let it be viral because it's great. Let it be viral because it's like you cannot ignore this. It's so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Not because it's just meant to upset and hurt people. And so, yeah, all three of yous just please do not even leave it in
Hang it up.
2023. Leave it in August. It's September.
Yeah.
Let's
Please.
move on.
Please, please, please. We've had it like we can't do this anymore. We can't.
As
Come
as
on.
consumers, we're bored. We are bored. We're
Yeah.
tired.
We
Not
are.
just kind of like we speak for the community
Yeah.
of music listeners everywhere. We are bored
Mhm.
and we're over it. And I guess on to like another thing that I'm also bored and over. We were having a very brief chat about this the other day, but black women over sexualizing themselves in music. And I say themselves with like as much vim and like conviction as I can possibly muster up into the word, because we've been told and we kind of get this narrative so much. We're like, black women are over sexualized and black women are seen this way and black women are seen that way. But there was a very little responsibility for how black women are perpetuating the stereotype and kind of living up to it and like leaning into it to make money. And I just think, at what point do we decide that actually we're not going to be that anymore? It starts from us. I'm sorry, we cannot be waiting for the executives of Sony or
Mm.
whoever else to decide, actually, we're going to make black women look good. Like, we cannot be asking these white men and white women to do that for us. We as a community, as a people, as a demographic, have to decide how we want to be perceived. And it's very, very sad for me as a black woman to see other talented, beautiful, amazing, funny, charismatic, multifaceted black women reduce themselves down to my pussy and my ass and the innards of my vagina and the colour of it. It is just so like I said, everything in moderation. So do I mind songs about sex? No. Do I want black women and all women and all people to be completely sexually liberated and free? Absolutely. But it's just whenever you do too much of something, that becomes your stamp, that becomes who you are.
Yeah.
And that is not who we are. That is a part of us. And I'm just sick of it. I'm so
Oh my
sick.
God, Kalimi, you
Oh,
needed to get that off your chest.
my massive boobs, my massive pregnant boobs. I really, really had to.
I here, 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 and like you said, we briefly spoke about this, of course. And I brought up the example of Scissor because, like, that's our girl, love her. But we're slowly seeing more TNA. We're slowly seeing more tits and ass. And like, she's got the BBL, but like, fair enough. Like, this is the thing. We're not saying don't like just wear a fucking like gown. We're not saying that. We're not saying that at all.
No.
But when this is why I'm kind of like I'm praying Scissor doesn't turn into like another what's the word like stereotype
Yeah.
because that was never your thing, Scissor. And that you didn't come off like that. That was never your
She
thing.
was girl next door. She was girl next door chic, and that's why we loved you. Don't lose that.
Please don't, please, because who else? We need someone to be bold and brave enough to say enough.
We really
Enough.
do.
Enough. Like Cardi and Megan have a new song, a new video, and it's just like what 2.0, but like shitter, worse, crap. And
Yeah.
it's just like, when are we gonna hear about like motherhood? When are we gonna hear about like something else? When are we gonna hear something else?
Yeah, just all of the things that
Anything
women
else?
enjoy doing. Women enjoy
Exactly.
sex and getting their pussy ate, and yeah, getting hit from the back. We absolutely do love that. But we also we love other things. We do other things, especially black women. Like there's just so much more to us, and like let's just start having fun with music again and really experimenting and trying to do something new. We've heard about how juicy and wet your pussy is. It's like this fruit. It's like a peach, a plum, an apple. All right, like all right. Oh, I'm so sick of it. Like the bongos, and the thing is, it's hard to be mad when the songs are actually good. Like, because WAP was another example of this, but it was a tune. So it's hard to be mad at that. If you're gonna do it, at least make it a banger. But then you're gonna call it bongos. It's crap. It's absolute crap. Like, no, you're gonna get dragged. I don't care. You're getting
Yeah,
dragged.
please. I 100% that needs to stop. We need someone. We need a black woman, please, just to say enough. And
Enough.
Scissor, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting, please,
This.
please.
Like,
My next thing to like, please, Scissor. My next thing though is completely different, but I really need artists and whoever to stop when it's time to like for a new album, for a new era. Stop with the blackout on social media. Stop with it. Stop it. It's so, oh my God, it's so boring. It used to be so, like around 2012, 2013, you could get away with it.
mm.
Get away with it. It's
Because it
so
was
fun.
nobody was doing that, and it was interesting. What's going on? We haven't seen this.
Yeah,
What is this? But if you're doing it after Kanye, Beyonce, blah 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 blah,
everyone.
it's like we know exactly what's coming now, and that's the whole point. Album rollouts are about anticipation. It's about surprise. It's about the unknown. It's about not knowing what's next. But we know exactly what's next when you delete everything off your fucking Instagram,
I
and
hate
when you
it.
just black. We know. We
I hate it.
know. So stop.
It's not, it really, record labels, it's not fun. Like, no one cares. It's not exciting. I think only like die-hard fans that haven't experienced it before. So, like, I'm talking about the 15, 14-year-olds. Like, oh my God, like Taylor Swift's deleted all. Everyone else, we know. You're getting a single coming on Friday, the album's coming in a month. We know.
Great.
Stop it. Like, there's no need for you to delete everything. And actually, an example that, like, just I felt annoyed by this, and I remember I saw someone commented on their post. So Leanne, she's now single, she used to be in Little Mix.
I
She
thought you meant singles and like she's broke up with
oh no no no,
Beyonce.
she's going solo, sorry, not single,
Solo.
she's divorced. No,
Oh, bless her.
she's going solo. And someone, so she blacked out all of her Instagram and just for the start of the release of her like solo career. And someone commented, like, why have you done that? Like, how are new fans going to see all your like how fashionable you are and how much fun you had on tour and that you were in Little Mix and all this stuff? Like, why have you taken it off your Instagram? Like, people, you're gonna have new fans and they're gonna want to see your journey didn't just start there. Yes, okay, fair enough. I get that, like you're starting your solo career, but like we want to see like the picture of when you got proposed to. We want to see all this stuff. Why are you taking it off? It's
Yeah.
annoying.
let's not forget what Instagram is for. Like Instagram, yes, it's a great marketing tool, and you can put your album and your merch on there, and it will sell and all that stuff. But it's like it's not just a marketing tool. It's not just a way to sell records.
Yeah,
It's also an introduction into the side of you that we otherwise wouldn't see. Like before Instagram, we had no idea what your favorite book was, or what you were eating for breakfast, or your baby's favorite song. Like we
yeah,
wouldn't have known these things. It's your opportunity as an artist to open up a different side of yourself. If you remove all of that and just give us artistry, just album, then you might as well just give us a website. Just give us the link to your website, and then we'll have a look on your updates there. But like, that's not why we use Instagram. That's not why we follow you on Instagram. It's
yeah,
pointless. And as you said, I think you made a very good point in terms of new fans as well, because the arrogance to just think that actually no, everybody knew that I was in that Little Mix, and everybody knows who I was and where I got proposed to, and now I'm just wiping that clean because no,
yeah.
no, actually,
No,
actually, no, not a little like Little Mix, not a stan. So it would be
yeah,
nice to kind of go back and learn a bit more about you if I like your new song, and just to remove that. Like, don't you see how counterproductive it is? And this is it. These record labels and these like, managers and these whoever it is, your cousins telling you to do this stuff, like they're wrong. And I just don't even understand as an artist, like where is the individuality? Where is that actually no, that's what everybody does.
yeah,
That is what everybody does. I'm just not gonna do it because
yeah.
everybody's doing it. Where is that?
Boring. It's so boring. Why would you do that? That's my pet peeve. I just in 2023, how are we still doing it? We know,
Yeah.
like, fair enough. Of course, change your profile picture. That's exciting. Oh my God, Beyonce's changed her profile picture. But what does that mean? But
Yeah.
Beyonce hasn't completely removed her whole. No, no,
We don't
stop.
need that. We really
Don't
don't.
need. I have
Honestly, we
another
don't.
example.
Please.
It's a bit of a random one, but like pretentious and shit merch. Can we stop? Can we stop?
Expensive merch as well. Stupidly expensive. And this is the thing. I stan. I absolutely stan Beyonce. You know how I feel like I'm beyond stan. I am
I
literally.
didn't think you were going there. I thought you were going to say Paramore because Paramore's merch was so crap. But
It
okay.
was so crap, and it was just overpriced. Like if you're gonna do merch, like it is an addition to the tour. It is not like you cannot be like selling it at ticket prices. It's ridiculous. And I know that
No,
Beyonce put a lot of
no,
work into her merch. She was
no,
part of the
wait,
design, and she
no.
collaborated with different. Fine, but I don't care. I'm not spending £150 on a tracksuit. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? It's actually really like quite elitist. Like I have all the money in the world and I just want more. And so you broke people living in the cost of living crisis. You better release your coins. I'm not releasing anything. Absolutely not. I will not. 100% not. If you have a fashion label and you
Fair.
fine, source the quality products and collaborate with the best designers, fine. But what you're not going to do is sell shirts on the roadside for £50. I'm not getting involved. Paramore's merch was such an afterthought, after laughter, after thought,
It was terrible.
it was terrible. It was just like there was no thought, no
There was
input from
just
the band. I'm sorry,
there
I
was,
don't believe that Taylor, Zach, or Haley saw
yeah.
any of that before it went out. You clearly didn't care about this, and then the price of it. I just
It's actually cheeky. It's actually cheeky, guys. Like it's bloody cheeky. It's-
the nerve.
no way. No
No
way, guys.
way.
We've spent so much, especially for like you said, the bigger tours, the stadium tours. We've spent £140, £150. Some people have spent 200, 300. Why is the shirt? Why is that £100 for like a t-shirt? Why? Stop it! You don't need it. You've already got enough money from us.
Exactly. We bought the album. We have literally streamed it every single day on upcoming to the date that we're going to see you. We have arrived at the tour with the £150 tickets that we bought. What more do you need? It just gives money grabby. It just gives like how much more can I squeeze out of it? Like you're trying to break a record. You're trying to be the world's highest grossing whatever. And
Yeah,
I don't like that. Like do it because you love the fans and because you want to perform. Yes, everybody wants to make money, great, but like come on. Come
yeah.
on. That's just disgusting. There should be like a fine. There should be like
They
I don't
really
know,
should.
the Retail Association, the FDA, the FBI. Somebody's going to step in and say, like, you're taking advantage of people in this cost of living crisis. Stop.
Please. Um, those were my examples. I don't know if you want to throw in any more. I feel like you do. Or
No,
like you've got.
no, honestly, like I feel so much lighter. I feel like I've gone for a big poo. I just feel like I've just got so much off me. I'm just happy now. I absolutely totally agree with your examples, and I'm glad that we've had a little rant. You know how I feel about rants.
You guys know we love a van.
We
You
love a
love it
moan, we love a good
too.
whinge.
Exactly.
We absolutely do. So yeah, nice and short and sweet. Thank you for joining us. Wait, before we go, how cute does Lakaya look? Giving
Oh,
Jessie from Toy Story. How adorable. So cute.
oh, thank you. And I can't believe you made the big announcement. I was not expecting that. So
Woo!
congratulations to our
I mean,
cow.
to be honest, if you didn't notice from the absolute cartoon tits, then I was gonna have to say something because there's no reason why my breasts should look like this. So I had to just, I might as well. But yeah, happy days.
There. Oh my gosh, guys, please let us know. I know you'll probably have examples of what you want stopped. Like,
Mm.
I do. Oh, I've got another one. Sorry, I don't think I
Oh,
can end.
no, come on,
This is a big one.
bring
Soz,
it in.
guys. Right, no, we're not finished just yet.
Oh,
I am sick. I am sick of the lack of album rollout. I'm sick of it. I'm
yeah.
sick of it. I'm sick of the lack of promo. I'm sick of people just putting out a song and then that's it. And
Mm.
like my example is Miley Cyrus. Like she says she doesn't want to go on tour for her mental. Fine, don't go on tour. That's fine.
Cool.
But like Miley Cyrus was that girl. Like I remember when Midnight Sky came out. She she performed so many versions of it. She did every single like she did it. There was an album rollout. This time with Flowers, the biggest song of the year, nothing. Not one live perform like nothing. Why are you being just stop it? Like, come on!
Yeah.
Why is everyone
And
being so
if this is tied to
boring?
your mental health as well, then just say, like, just give us a reason. Don't just like, don't just do that. It's not fair. It really isn't fair. Like we've made it, and when I say we, I mean the fans have made it like a number one for how many weeks, and we invest. So I just expect some investment back. I'm sorry, but I do. And if you're really going for it genuinely, put an announcement out because I couldn't just not turn up to work. I've got to let people know. Like I'm calling in
Period.
sick. Call in sick.
Period.
Call in motherfucking sick. Put like request a sick day and we'll give it you. Fine. But what you're not gonna do is just not turn up and just not give us an album rollout.
That's
Which brings
literally
me,
that's literally it.
yeah, onto a very similar point, Lakaya, and stop releasing albums and not releasing any visuals. I'm sorry, but it's like I'm coming for Beyonce. I'm coming for Beyonce in this episode because what the fuck is that? That is unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And the thing is, fine, okay, let's say you were rushing for the tour and you're trying to get things done and it just wasn't working out logistics, fine. Just give us one. Just for Break My Soul. Just for Break My Soul. Even if it's just the lead single, fine. But not a single music video. The album was released a year ago, Lakaya. Not a single music video. And I'm sorry, yes, the tour has been amazing. It's been the best tour of her career, the best tour of my life. It's been so good. It's been no, I mean like in terms of what I'm observing, I've never seen a tour have this much like
Okay.
social
Yeah,
impact. The
yeah.
way that it's like shaken the world, I've never seen that.
Fair.
So I'm totally proud of what she's produced. And if she maybe had to not release music videos to produce this tour, then fine. But like I said, you gotta say, you've got to, you cannot not just not turn up to work. You've got to leave a sick note, something. You've got to just, we need a reason.
Yeah.
What is going on? She
Yeah.
completely moved on to a new era, a new Beyonce, a new genre. And we got not a single music video. It's not acceptable.
It's not
It's
acceptable.
part of the package.
It's not acceptable. I don't understand. I like, guys, please hire us. Like, Beyonce, even you, Beyonce, like Parkwood, whoever, like, please
You
hire
need the
us
help. You
because
need the consultancy. email me. Like, just email. I'm gonna put the link in the description. Email us because you need guidance. Clearly, you lot aren't sure about like, okay, well, Doja's in a new era. Like, how do we convey that to the public? Email. Don't go into your demonic. Not just drop us a note. We will do the whole rollout for you. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, Miley Cyrus is feeling a bit down. She doesn't really want to do any performances. How do we? Emails. We will let you know. We will let you know what to
Email.
do. But just don't do the fuckery that you've already been doing. Leave that shit. This is why we made this episode. We're sick of it.
We are sick. We're really sick. But the lack of rollout, it's the laziest.
It is.
And it's really scary about the future of like albums and eras if no one's doing anything. Like you're literally not doing anything. Do you remember the days when you'd like go into like you'd be I don't know, you'd be home on a Friday, you flick on Jonathan Ross. Oh my gosh, Rihanna's performing Stay? Like cool. No one's performing Stay anymore. No one's performing Flowers. No one's like what's going on?
You're not
What is
even on
actually going
Ellen
on?
giving us an interview. Tell us about like, the inspiration of the third track free. We don't get anything. We get no background context. We get nothing. Or you want to sell us a DVD that's £75. No, I just want to hear from you. Just go on a free interview on a free channel that I can just go on my telly and have a look and listen to you on Gordon, what's his face, and just give us something. Get us excited, get us anticipated. I think it's very similar to the whole blackout of the Instagram. It's just like, well, nobody's releasing, nobody's doing a rollout anymore. So let me just delete all my stuff off my Instagram. Let me just put the album out. It's just like, no, actually, this isn't fun and it's not cool anymore. We know exactly what's happening.
Is it fun for you, artist? I know you're watching. Is it fun for you? You've just made an album. I'm sure you've put it, whether you didn't write it, who cares? You've put time into making the album. You've done the background vocals. You've done this. You've done the photo shoot. Is it fun for you? You've just put the album out and that's it? Really?
Yeah, and get back to your life. And if that is like fine for you, then maybe consider a career change. Clearly, this isn't what you want to do anymore.
Email.
Just email us. Like, just look. We offer a wide range of services. If you're unsure, drop us an email, and we'll go from there. We'll discuss consultancy fees and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But the aim is to help you. We are artists first. We are music lovers. And we've got some really good ideas about how we can just make things a bit more interesting for the consumer.
Yeah.
And I promise you that it's going to be mutually beneficial. So,
Email.
let's go.
I think, of course, guys, let us know, like, in the comments, like, who is annoying you, what you want stopped. We'll see what we can do once the companies email us. But I want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you, Khalifa, for joining. Thank you, me, for joining. And who's taking it away? Me or you?
Oh, I don't know. It's been a while. I don't even know who didn't laugh. But as you are dressed as Jessie, I think you look like a cowboy, like a country rendition. Let's go.
That's why you're tuned in. Yeah!
Wow. Oh my God, the soul. Ooh, beautiful. Love you.
Bye!